If I should stay, I would only be in your way, so I'll go.
Put your hat back on.
Okay. Well, welcome to the Newlywed Show, where me and Shannon are newly getting married and learning about each other. And we're going to do great.
As opposed to oldly getting married.
And as we answer questions, we'll be taking shots. Should be fun. Yeah. Cool.
Alright, let's get synopsis.
Yeah. Okay.
Gonna vomit.
Who is the romantic?
Upside down.
Could have been the whiskey, might have been the gin, could have been the 3 or 4 6-packs, I don't know. But look at the mess I'm in, my head's like a football. I think I'm gonna die. Tell me, oh, my, oh, wasn't that a party? Someone took a grapefruit, wore it like a hat. I saw someone under my kitchen table talking to my old tomcat. They were talking about a hockey. The cat was talking back. Along about that, everything went.
Shannon is most excited about becoming a wife because
The tax benefits! That's you.
No, that's you.
I said I don't have to worry about getting pregnant all the time. That's my...
Might have been the gin. Could have been the 3 or 4 6-packs, I don't know. But look at the mess I'm in, my head's like...
When are we starting?
Right now. Okay.
Are we gonna turn on the lights?
No, this one we're doing more.
More au natural.
Oh,
This is
natural.
into it.
It's intimate. Okay.
Mm.
Do you want me to count down for you? Yes. Okay, 3. What are we saying? Welcome to our
Hello.
wedding.
Hola, amigos.
Do you want to do it in Spanish?
See.
Honey,
No.
what are we saying? Welcome to our wedding.
Sure.
Okay.
Together? As a team?
3, 2, 1. Okay.
Welcome.
Welcome to our wedding. That sounded like you wanted to get
That was
married.
good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe we'll just skip that part.
This is our drunk history of how we met and got together and are marrying now.
We'll be married by the time people watch this.
Will it?
We'll be married.
We'll be married now, currently, and you're here, and I'm here.
Welcome.
and
Grab a
she's
drink.
Here. We're here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we met
In grade 10, they were in 2010.
in a hallway. Yes, that's where. Yeah. And
So what would you say? Not like at the
My
beginning of the
friends.
school year.
my friends ate in a specific hallway every day. It was outside of Mr. Briggs' social class, and there was a hallway, and we ate there.
But what's the date, honey? I don't know.
And it was a day. Anyway, Shannon had some friends. She ate in a hallway too, but it was outside of Mr. Briggs' class, but it wasn't my hallway. It was another hallway.
It was around the corner so you could walk past them. Every lunch hour on purpose.
And so, at one point in grade 10, Shannon approaches me. She's like, "Hey, how you doing, boy?"
Verbatim.
I'm like, "Good. I don't know. I'm in grade 10. I'm just chilling, doing my thing. You know, whatever."
I have this buzz cut my mom gave me, / myself.
Okay, no, not a different time period. You can't just mix time periods. Who do you think you are? So Shannon gives me her number, and
Very forward.
it's in, yeah. And so we text, and she's like, "Hey," and I'm like, "Kill Death Spread 3+3 on Halo. Don't got time for this shit." But I'm like, "Hey." And she's like, "How are you?" Good. That's not playing Halo. Life's great. And that was grade 10. Did you have anything to add to grade 10?
No.
No, we both went our separate ways, and that was grade 10. I got my driver's license. I'm cruising, playing Halo, doing great.
That's your
What
life.
do you do at life?
Not doing that.
Okay. She's not playing Halo.
Tell you I need you. Tell me you love me.
And then me and Shannon
Do I show up?
We discuss that we both have spares, and then so we start hanging out in grade 11 during our spares. I'd
Except
say.
not.
Not together, but
Because
sometimes.
you have a girlfriend.
I do have a girlfriend.
She's got a whole lot of
So I go into chemistry class with my friend Adam, and I look at Adam and I say, "Do you know Chase Hayden?" And he's like, "Yeah, I went to Lakeland with him," because all those Lakeland people are like this. So I'm like, "Okay, great. You know that Chase fella? I'm gonna wheel him so hard this summer." And Adam goes, "Good luck." And then I did.
And then you did.
This is gonna take a long time. Can't take no more.
So Canada Day, that happened. Nothing much though, really.
We watched the fireworks and then you went home?
Didn't I thought we went to a party after, at your house.
Right, yeah, we did.
Yeah. Uh-huh. But nothing exciting. Then later, Shannon's like, "Hey, I'm taking physics. Have you taken physics?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I took physics. That happened. That was a thing. I did it."
I'm in the IB program.
Sure. Me, not her.
Not me.
And so she's like, "Hey, can you teach me something about physics?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll teach you physics."
I failed twice.
That's right. I hope you had the time of your life. Cause hoes got smarter. On the strip is something they don't wanna be a part of. Rather be up in the club shaking for a dub. The triple times the money and spending it like they wanna.
So I'm like, "Hey, girl, let's learn physics." But I already know it. So you learn physics. And I come over and I'm like, "Okay, well, I remember at one point we were talking about gravity and I threw something and I was like, see, look, gravity works. Watch this. Gravity." And Shannon was like, "Yeah, I get that. This is gravity. Okay." And then she's like, "Let's watch a Disney movie." And I'm like, "Okay." And then she fell asleep. Do you have anything to add?
No.
She's like, "I'm gonna watch a Disney movie and take a nap." I'm like, "Okay." And then I look at my watch and I'm like, "Oh, it's like midnight. I should leave? Maybe? I don't know." We're studying physics and she turned on a Disney movie and now we're sleeping. And this continued for a while. This is multiple
Until
Disney
I
movies.
failed out of physics.
This is multiple Disney studying days. I'm throwing shit around, telling you about gravity. So good so far.
I'm napping.
I hope you had the time of your life.
Close your eyes, give me your hand, darling. Do you feel my heart beating? Do you?
So one guy I work with just got glasses, and another guy I work with happened to also get glasses. And they were talking, and then I was going to come ask a question to the one guy, but I just heard the other guy say, it's less likely that women need glasses. Women need glasses less often. I said, that's because they don't have very hard to see in the kitchen.
Chase was that kid that you texted him and you were like, hey, and he would text you 3 days later and be like, sorry, I was playing Halo. Oh, for the last 3 days? And yes, he was. So you'd be like, hey, and he'd be like, hey, 3 days later. And I'm like, damn, I've already dated 6 guys since you texted me back.
But then my kill death spread was like +3. So. Achievements. Still pretty good.
And then I don't know. And then I gave up because I was like, okay, well, everybody in the Lakeline crew's taken because
And
they like to date in grade 10 and stay together forever. So them.
I also didn't have my license at this point.
And you didn't have your
Your
license, so.
Stuff is.
You never see it coming 'cause you're blinded from the start. Know that you're that one for me. It's clear for everyone to see. Oh, baby.
This is the day he asked me out. We're driving to his house for the first time and he's like, will you come in and meet my sister? And I'm like,
This is gonna be good.
yeah, I'll come in and meet your sister. And he's like, well, my other girlfriend.
There she is, right behind you. Man.
Yeah. My other girlfriend wouldn't come in the house. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, look, if like mom said I had to be home for dinner, but I was hanging out with my ex-girlfriend, she'd sit in the car and wait because she didn't want to meet my dad. So she'd sit in the driveway in the car and wait for Chase to finish eating dinner. So I told Chase, I was like, no, I'll go in the house and meet her. And I met like your mom, Rianne.
Kisses, baby. Cover me with love. Cover me with kisses, baby. I know who you are. Only one that
Shannon looked at me one day. And she said, hey, date me or marry me. It's your options. Or break up with me right now.
I said, date me or break up with me.
Tell me your secrets, ask me your questions. Oh, let's go back to the start.
I knew I wanted to marry Chase when we were in our 3rd period spare in grade 11. And Chase came and sat down and I was studying for an exam that I had 4th period. And I just like remember like every detail, like you know those like really chunky 5-star binders with a zipper, and you were so cool if you had a zip up binder. I had a zip up binder, it's open. I'm studying for an exam for 4th period, which is bio. And I loved bio because I wanted to be a nurse, and I'm studying for this bio exam, and Chase comes and sits beside me. And I think to myself, you know what? I'm gonna marry this kid in grade 11. And then I was like, well, that's a crazy thought. I shouldn't do that. And I thought, no, I'm gonna marry this kid.
Meanwhile, I'm like,
And meanwhile, he has a girlfriend.
Tell me you love me. Tell me I need you.
during one of our spares, I had my driver's license and a crew. I was doing pretty good at life at this point. I was also primary school #1 at Save On Foods. Not a big deal. It was a big deal. And I'm like, hey, listen, you've got a driver's test coming up. These are cell phones. You don't know how to parallel park. Listen, this is how you do it. You go forward, you back up, parallel park. Done. And then guess what? Pass your test first time.
Not the first time, but the first time after you showed me.
I showed you how to parallel park with cell phones, and then she did it. Number
But
one.
that was in grade 10.
And then she, no, this was grade 11, maybe.
It might have been grade 11, you're right. Yeah.
And then she was like, I'm gonna marry this kid. He taught me how to parallel park. I
But
want his license.
me and Chase talked about our licenses, and I said, well, I passed my license because some kid came to me and showed me with cell phones, took 2 cell phones on this table and goes, this is how you parallel park. When you're here, your wheel should be turned at 90 degrees, and then you go straight, and then you start turning your wheel 360, and then you parallel park, and it all works out. And I had never been able to parallel park. I'd taken my driving test once and I failed. He takes 2 cell phones and he goes, this is how you parallel park. I'm like, okay, I don't even know this kid, sure. I go home that night and I practice what he said from his cell phone. I'm like, okay, so at this point I should turn my wheel 360, whatever. It works. So I go and I write my test the next week and I pass. And I'm like, holy shit, this kid gave me my license. Don't even think about it. So then we'd been dating for like 2 years and I look at Chase and I go, I was not a very good driver. I failed my test. But some kid taught me how to parallel park. And it was during spare, and wait a minute, that was you! So before we even really had met, Chase got me my license and taught me how to parallel park. He goes, listen, I don't know you. These are 2 cars.
It wasn't iPhones though, we were definitely using like flip phones.
Like razors. Razor flip phones. Because you were cool if you had a razor flip phone.
And T9.
T9 word. But Chase took 2 cell phones and taught me how to parallel park, and I was like, okay, jackass, thanks. But I like went home and practiced, and I was like, oh my god, this kid knows what he's talking about. And I got my license because of Chase without even realizing it. And then 2 years after we were dating, I went, I got my license because of you.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. Tattoos and memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while.
No, it's not. It's I told Chase if he made me wait 5 years, I would break up with him.
That is how we got engaged.
And he proposed to me a week before our 5-year anniversary.
Which was convenient at the time.
My brother got engaged on his 5-year anniversary, and I looked at Chase and I said, if you ever make me wait 5 years, I will break up with you. So we got engaged a week before our 5-year anniversary.
Bottom line, but I know there's a drop on the block that moves slow. You're getting pressure from cops who don't know. I'm not to lay low, 'cause 25 for life's no joke.
It's something unpredictable.
Thank you for coming. Cheers.
Looking for someone to release me. You're licking your lips, I'm blowing kisses my way. That don't mean
Up
Thanks
this
for
up.
coming.
It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life.